SEAL Team's back, baby. Look, we've been waiting for this one, waiting to see how this plays out. Honestly, I liked the episode. It was so drastically different than what we're used to on this show, but I do feel like it was kind of a step in the right direction as far as the narrative for Jason Hayes. Because look, we got left last week going, bro, they are throwing Jason out to dry. He is just like, he's got no one left. He's alienating himself from the entire team. What is going on? So we start this episode off 2 weeks, or just a little over 2 weeks in the future from the last week. They're still sitting down there in Colombia, but they've had nothing to do, right? The entire mission has been basically waiting on intel to move forward in some kind of direction. So we saw before they were already going stir crazy. Now they've been down there for another 2 weeks, going even crazier. You know, the entire dynamic between Jason and the rest of the team is definitely not doing well. So I'm glad that this episode was written the way it was and it unfolded the way it did, because it starts off with just Clay and Ray going up to him and saying, look, man, you're not okay. You're compromised. And when Clay says, hey, you brought that building down on Bravo, you know, we marked that EOD and you put it right on there. Bro, that was big. You saw Jason immediately react to it, not well. And he said he's going to go out on his shield. You know, he basically called them out and said that they're not brothers, when really all they're trying to do is protect the team and protect him before things get worse. So we saw Jason on the rooftop with the pistol. Look, there's no way Jason's going out with suicide. I don't see that really as a play out for his character. I would see him more, Jason would be more of the guy who's just going to go out in the field. He's not going out. He's like, I'll go out on my own terms. Yeah, but your own terms is more like, I'm going to go find a bunch of people doing some bad shit, and I'm going to go in there with 9 bullets, and we'll see what happens, right? That's how you would see Jason Hayes going out. Not, you know, pistol to the head on a rooftop. So they go up there, they talk him out of it. He's pissed off, whatever. Sonny is going on an old Sonny Bender, which we haven't seen one of those in quite some time. And one of this caliber, I don't think there's ever been one on the show that's been quite to the caliber of this one. It was so comical and yet fitting at the same time. So they track him down, right? Well, where's Sonny go? And Davis is like, well, I'll ping his phone. Okay. And Clay's like, I'll go get him. Bro, Sonny in a freaking silk robe with that sombrero on, snorting coke with strippers. He's like, no, we got it from the banditos in the bar. I punched him. I knocked him out. I took all their money and all their coke. And we thought we'd have a party. And we're like, okay, this isn't going to end bad in any way. And honestly, I didn't think it was really going to go quite as bad as it did. It went so bad. And Clay's like, holy shit. Everybody out. Everybody out. Like, what's going on? It was truly epic. He was like, sleep it off. All right, well, I expected maybe they'd run into somebody, but nope. Guess what? The banditos come in and look, man, they kicked in the wrong door because Clay is not there to fuck around. Sonny is a good brawler, but I think if I was going to pick a man to have my back at a fight against some friggin' drug cartel gang boys, Clay's the guy. I know, CJ, I know what you're saying. You're like, he's just a Clay fanboy. Well, you gotta be a Clay fanboy. Look, he's young, he's in great shape, he's level-headed, he's got his mind together. Clay's the man. So, yeah, they get into an all-out brawl, bang, bang, kill those two guys. You're like, what in the all right, so we're just gonna kill, like, all the people in the hotel and then just walk away from it. So they end up freaking all-out gang war in the hotel. Make it out, barely. And Sonny is just still on his shit. Clay, so what we saw in this episode is we saw 2 very important things happen for character development, which is Jason needed to confront whatever's going on inside of him that's putting him at risk of TBI or having TBI and actually What is he going to do about it? Another part of that is him having confidence in his teammates and his brothers on Bravo to have his back through whatever he's going through, to help him through it, and realize that that's why they're there. So how do we get there? Well, it brings him over to this guy out in the friggin' desert, as far as I can tell, the jungle. One of my favorite characters from Animal Kingdom, the guy that plays Pope. Thought that was an awesome cameo for him to play, because he plays an absolute freaking crazy man on Animal Kingdom. But I love him. It's a great actor. So saw him on there, gives him some little hallucinogen, and Jason takes a walk through his own mind and hopefully comes out more humble and lets go with some of the stuff that he's been holding on to that's really been driving him crazy. And maybe we can see somewhat of a recovery for him moving forward. And we saw that bond between Jason and Ray form. And then we saw, at the same time, we saw the bridge fully collapse between Sonny and Clay, right? Clay calls him out. Why am I here? Why am I here dealing with your bullshit? I could have been killed, could have died because of your shit. And, I left my son in the ICU I've never even held. And what about Leanne? And Sonny's like, well, Leanne's gone. And he's like, bro, I would love for my son to even have half the fighting chance that Leanne had. And puts it all into perspective for Sonny, who has to come down from this cocaine cowboy and look at all the shit that he's putting them through to go, this is really fucked up. He came and pulled him out of there. He's trying to hold it all together. And so it's going to come down to Ray and Clay holding the team together. Sonny's going to have to make a U-turn, and Jason's got to make a U-turn. And Brock is just, look, Brock, I don't know, why are you here? What are you doing in Colombia? I don't understand why Brock is even here at this point. I don't know. Someone out there, give Brock something to do. Go get him lunch. Give him, I don't know. He's got to be into something at this point. Someone give Brock a storyline. I don't care what it is. It could be anything. Like, maybe he's an excellent spearfisher. We get to watch him do. I don't know. Pick a thing. Put him in. You know what he needs to do? This is what Brock needs to do. His secret side thing that he needs to be an underground MMA fighter. That's what Brock likes to do. He likes to go underground fight, or maybe cockfighting. One of those things. Pick one. Give him something to do. I feel bad for him. So all that happens, and the episode ends with Ray and Jason pulling up and picking up Clay and Sonny on the side of the road, and kind of this just quiet understanding, I guess. Like, we fucked up, but it's going to be okay. Jason kind of looked back, gave Clay the nod. Sonny, look, I don't even know. How do you even explain that? And do they even tell him, like, yeah, well, I went and got Sonny. He was high on fucking cocaine. He stole a bunch of money from some drug cartel lords, and then invited some Mexican strippers, Colombian strippers, back to a hotel room. They didn't have any cameras, and he got really trashed, and then they threw a big party, and then we killed a bunch of them on the way out. So no footprints. Kind of like a big footprint, but also no foot. What? I don't know. That's so wild. It was such a crazy episode for Sonny and Clay. But when you look at, if you just take a moment, think about how this was written and carried out, and you think about the characters, like, that's how you could see Ray and Jason handling the Jason situation through this psychedelic journey where he comes out of it, like, better. And then you're like, well, what can we do? What can we do to make Sonny realize that Sonny's fucking up? I know. Cocaine stripper bender. Lots of murder. Okay. Send it. I don't know. It was great. I don't know where they're going to go. I didn't see a preview for next week. But this week, it was off the rails, man. It was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed all of it. I liked the take on it. I liked the whole psychedelic trip thing, talking to the dead brothers. And, just kind of sorting stuff out within himself. I felt like they finally needed to take and give Jason something. And hopefully he rebuilds his relationship with Mandy or something, man. But if you took away nothing from this, anyone out there that is writing for SEAL Team, give Brock something to do. Please, God. The man needs something to do. And Davis, she wasn't really a big part of this one. That was kind of a bummer. Maybe next one. I don't know. We need, look, we're down to like 5 characters on the show. What is happening? We need more. All right? We need Blackburn back. Give us more people. We need more. There's no one else really missing. So give us some new people. Soto is gone. Soto's officially, I think, been fired. Anyway, let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think's going to happen going forward. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the links below for some of the merch and stuff that I'm doing. Hopefully I'll be back more frequently because I was knocked out with some sickness for like the last 10 days. It's been gross. I haven't really been feeling all that great. But I made it through this one. So I'll see you on the next one.